So finding the greatest common factor of a monomial or polynomial. Alright, two monomials. 5x squared, 30x to the fourth. Find the greatest common factor. Look at your coefficients first. You have 5 and 30. What's your greatest common factor between 5 and 30?
5.
5, excellent. So 5 is going to be what I'm going to take out of both of these. Greatest common factor between x squared and x to the fourth. What's the most you could take out of both of them? This is x squared, this is x to the fourth. The most I could take out is
X squared.
x squared. So my greatest common factor here is just 5x squared. Four a to the seventh times b, 28 times ab. All right, so just giving you more terms. More variables. Same method. 4 and 28. GCF between 4 and 28. 4. So I can take a 4 out of both of those. This is a to the seventh. This is a to the first. What's the most I could take out of both of them? A to the first, or just a. B to the first. B to the first. What's the most I could take out? B. Done. 4ab is your greatest common factor. Okay, three terms. Same thing again. 28, 35, 49. Greatest common factor between 28, 35, and 49. 7. I'm going to take a 7 out of those. This has y squared, this has xy, this has x squared y to the z. This has y squared, this has y, this has y to the first. What's the most I could take out?
Y.
Y. Excellent. This has an x. Does this term have an x? No. Can I take an x out of here?
No.
So I can't factor out any x's. Okay, the x's have to be in all three terms. This has a z. Do I have any z's in either one of those two terms? No, so I can't take any z's. So you can only take out what they all have. So in this case, I can only take out or factor out a 7y. 14y cubed minus 28y squared minus 7y. All right, this is a trinomial. What can I take out of all three? 14, 28, and negative 7. 7, so I could take a 7 out of all of these. Y cubed, y squared, y to the first. I could take a y out of all these. Alright, so now that this is a trinomial, okay, something's going to be left. I can't just take the 7y out and say this is the greatest common factor. Alright, so if this says simplified, now you have to simplify this. So if I take a 7y out of all these three terms, alright, it's like I'm dividing all three of these terms by 7y. Whatever's left is going to be in my inside of parentheses. Alright, so if I take 14 divided by 7, I get 2. Y cubed divided by y to the first, I get y squared. Minus 28 divided by 7, 4. Y squared divided by y, y. Minus 7y divided by 7y, 1. Okay, make sure you have that 1 here. So now this is what is left from your simplifying. So you have 7y times the quantity 2y squared minus 4y minus 1. To check your work, if you distribute back in, if you distribute the 7y back into your equation, you should get 14y cubed minus 28y squared minus 7y. You should get back to your original. Alright, so we have negative 4q cubed r p squared plus 12qrp plus 2qr. Okay. My leading coefficient is negative 4, 12, and positive 2. What can I factor out of this? If it has a negative, I would say definitely factor out a negative. Negative what?
Negative 1.
Bigger?
Negative 4. Negative 2.
Negative 2. So I could take a negative 2 out of here. 4, 12, and 2 have a common factor of 2. Alright? Q cubed. So here's my negative 2 I'm going to put here. Q cubed, q to the first, q to the first. What's the most I could take out? Q. R, and R. What's the most I could take out? R again. P squared, p to the first, and nothing. What's the most I could take out? Nothing. Can't take anything out. So I'm just going to divide all three of these terms by negative 2 QR. If I simplify and take it and factor out a negative 2 QR, what's left? Well, now just do division. Negative 4 divided by negative 2 is positive 2. Q cubed divided by q to the first is q squared. R divided by r simplifies. P squared divided by nothing is just P squared. Positive 12 divided by negative 2 is negative 6. Q over Q simplifies. R over R simplifies, so negative 6P. Positive 2 divided by negative 2, negative 1. Q's simplify, R over R simplifies, and you're left with this. So you have negative 2QR times the quantity, 2Q squared, P squared, minus 6P, minus 1. Again, you can check your work. If you just distribute back in, you should get back to your original. 8x to the 5th, y to the 6th, z, minus 4x squared, y to the 4th, z cubed, plus 2x cubed, y to the 4th, z squared. Okay, coefficients. 8, negative 4, positive 2. GCF. 8, 4, and 2. Greatest common factor. 8, 4, and 2. 2. X to the 5th. X squared. X to the 3rd. What's the most I could take out of all of them?
No, wait, how come it's not negative 2?
Your leading coefficient here?
No.
So my 8 is positive. I'm going to stick with just a positive, which is why I didn't factor out a negative. So x to the 5th, x squared, x to the 3rd,
X squared.
x squared. The most I could take out of all of them is 2x's, or x squared. Y to the 6th, y to the 4th, y to the 4th. What's the most I could take out of all of them? This has 6 y's, this has 4 y's, this has 4. Y to the 4th is the most I could take out. Z to the 1st, z cubed, z squared. What's the most amount of z's I could take out of all of them?
Z.
Just one z. So z to the 1st, which you don't have to write. Again, so I'm going to, whatever is left is inside my parentheses. I'm going to put down here 2x squared, y to the 4th, z. And I'm just going to write that underneath all of them. Eight divided by 2, 4. X to the 5th divided by x squared,
X to the 3rd.
x to the 3rd, y to the 6th divided by y to the 4th,
Y to the 2nd.
y squared, z over z, see you later. Minus 4 divided by 2,
Negative
2, or negative 2. X squared divided by x squared, see you later. Y to the 4th over y to the 4th, simplifies, z cubed over z to the 1st, z to the z squared. Plus 2 divided by 2, 1. X to the 3rd over x squared,
X.
y to the 4th over y to the 4th, simplifies out, z squared over z,
Z.
just z. And this leading 1 here, I just wrote it temporarily, but you don't have to write it there. Right? And then here it is.